All right, we're live.
Ready to go?
Agent Outreach Live, to be specific. What's up, everybody? My name is Ryan Zolin, known as the Agent Investor. I'm blessed to have an amazing co-host, Landry Morby. This is Agent Outreach Live. So if you guys have not made it here before, welcome. This is the show to give you the behind the scenes, the blueprint of how to do agent outreach. I think this is probably one of the biggest, I don't like labeling it as like shiny object syndromes, but this is probably one of the most focused strategies that I've seen over the last 12 months. The reason being, just to cut right to it, is because it doesn't cost you anything in marketing. So if you're out there trying to find business, you're trying to get deals done, maybe you're even in the category of working direct to seller, I don't think it makes sense. And that's probably the only bias I will start with and end with, is that I think the strategy of agent outreach and MLS deals is personally the best place to start, because you're going to make mistakes. So I'd rather you make mistakes on something that didn't cost you money and it didn't hurt you in the bank to begin with. So that's my little intro. Landry, how have you been? It's been a minute.
I know. I can't believe it. I feel like every time I say the same thing, because we used to do this for any of you guys that are joining us for the first time. We used to do this every single Tuesday, and we were like, oh my gosh. So we kind of just made it down to a month.
Once a month.
Yeah. And time flies, but yeah, I'm excited for today's show. We're going to be calling in Arizona.
So. Yeah, I know. You texted me and you're like, should we do a vote? Like, which market are you thinking? And I was like, honestly, I want to show people what's up. I think this might happen, which I'm hoping it doesn't. I don't mean to manifest it, but I'm hoping I don't call and someone says, wait, I know exactly who you are. But
they're like, wait, Ryan Zolin?
It's okay. I like it because I want to show people the real side of agent outreach. I want to show people bloopers. I want to show people conversations. And then also, I always love, Landry, you have great perspective and great questions. So as people have stuff that they're commenting, or if there's something I even said that maybe you had a question about, I'm more than happy to break it down for anybody and everybody watching this live.
Awesome. Yeah, I'm excited, especially because we'll jumping into one of your markets rather than, I was seeing a previous show and I was like, why did I throw you into Cary, North Carolina? Like the most random places I put you in.
I like it. And honestly, just again, for context for people watching this, a lot of times I just go with the flow. I don't need to be local to Arizona to go do deals in Arizona. I don't need to be local in whatever it was, Cary, North Carolina, to go do deals in North Carolina. The beauty behind this strategy is that as long as you've got one of these things, you could do this anywhere. You just need Wi-Fi. So if I could break it down in a way where it's just Wi-Fi needed, not specific contracts, not specific scripts, not specific calculators, you don't need to generate leads this way, you don't need this system over here. Everything we do is from the comfort of our own home. You guys have no idea if I'm wearing pants right now. That's how easy this is. So let's rock and roll. Let's go ahead and get some people called. We're going to start off with Mr. Troy.
Awesome. And by the way, the top one is the cell. And before I forget, here, let me really quick show people how we got this stuff. And also,
I'm sure people are like, so Ryan, why is Landry here? Why are you here? What exactly is Agent Outreach Live? Landry works for an amazing company called Batch Leads. If you guys are not familiar with it, Batch Leads is literally one of the best data providers and software companies out there for real estate investing. To even take it a step further, we have our upcoming mastermind coming May 17th and 18th that is actually going to be hosted at the Batch office. They were super awesome and super nice, and I guess they like me a little bit. But we got the upstairs area basically reserved for our mastermind. So I'll be giving some updates and stuff at the end. But most importantly, let's show you guys how we found this information, so how you could do it too if you're using the same software.
Yeah, and we'd love for you guys to also chat with us. I always forget to ask, put in the comments if you are kind of just where you're at. Are you using agent outreach? Are you building relationships currently? Are you thinking about doing it? Like, where are you guys at in your journey? Put that in the comments just so we have a good idea of who's here with us on today's show. But how I get this information for Ryan, sometimes we switch it up and I'll get him things that are listed active on the market. But for the majority of the show, we're really just reaching out to agents, and I just grab a random list of them. But the trick is when you're using Batch Leads, you can use filters to find top performing agents, because we don't really want to find people that are, maybe they haven't, I mean, there's nothing wrong with finding agents that maybe haven't done a deal yet or anything like that. But what we're usually looking for in here are people that are going to be more likely to already have worked with or are working with investors. And usually with these filters, I mean, there's only been a few that are like, no, sorry. Most people are like, oh yeah, I'm also a buyer and I also fix and flip. And you get some really good agents this way, and it takes 2 seconds. So basically all you do is that there's a section in batch leads called agent outreach. And then you just go up to the search bar. There's a little toggle to open up filters. You search the location. There's things like looking for somebody specifically in their brokerage and all that good stuff. But really, the two that I use have been the same that every single time that we jump on this show. And it's the active listing count. Like, what do they currently have active on the MLS?
Yep.
And how many properties have they sold in the last few months? So we're finding active agents. Why do you think, or what would you say is so important about that, Ryan? Like when
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I like what you said a minute ago. It doesn't really make too big of a difference, but if you're looking for a little bit of strategy, a little bit of direction, maybe you're the person that might be a little guilty of the shiny object syndrome, the analysis paralysis. So you want to be told what to do, what to pull. The sold and active listing count is probably the only direction I could give you that actually does have some bit of sense behind it, because like Landry just said, there's a lot of activity with these agents. So why activity? Well, I want someone that actually does their job. Now, with that said, to not just like construe the information here, I want to make sure you guys understand that if you were to find an agent that's brand new, the same argument could be made that they might be a little bit hungrier than a seasoned agent. But all that said, this is all about preference. So throughout this show, throughout the last however many episodes, this is the same filter, just different markets. So
literally,
if you guys are seeing good results, if you're seeing what I'm doing and it sounds like you could do it too, 3 to 5 active listing and sold listing in the last 12 months or 6 months.
yeah, exactly. I mean, there's other things you guys could mess around with, and you can always get into either Ryan's community or in the batch community, and we can get the links for those later, and you guys can connect and learn a little bit more. But the really cool thing and why it takes me only 2 seconds is because after I search it, and I can't show you guys the info, after I search it, you don't have to save the agents or skip trace them or go on a wild goose chase to get their direct phone number and the brokerage number and all of their activity on that agent. So what I do behind the scenes for Ryan after I send him this info is I get to also manage these agents on the same page. So it's like all right there for you guys. So if you're still looking for something, then we're using that.
It could be an all-in-one CRM. I get this question, Landry, I don't even know how many times, probably at least 10 times a week, where somebody in the community is asking, what is the best CRM? I will tell you with 100% confidence, this is the only answer that makes sense. The best CRM is the one you're going to use. So if it's batch, if it's a spreadsheet, if it's any other CRM you could imagine, it just has to be something you use, not something you expect the system to do the work for you.
Love that. Yeah, exactly. You have to put the work into it and find your own preferences, and flow is the big key. Something that works for me and in my mind might make no sense to you. So you just have to find your own kind of way in here. But anyway, I'm excited to have you call these agents, and I'm going to be updating them along the way. So
let's rock and roll. All right. And also, again, this is supposed to be an engaging call, meeting, live show, whatever you want to call it. So we've got just a little bit of people in here. Comment where you're at. This is supposed to be a show for you guys. We want this to be something that you could take value from. So while I'm making calls in Phoenix, which is my market, I want you guys to comment below what market you're in. So are you in specific cities would be ideal. Are you in Phoenix, Arizona? Are you in Katy, or whatever it is, Cary, North Carolina?
Yeah.
Find out where other people are, collaborate, work together. Let's call it Troy.
Perfect. Top number is his. Second is the brokerage.
Cool.
You reached Troy Wild. I'm a realtor with Homes.
Oh, Troy, I'm double dialing you. I usually don't, but
You reached Troy Wild. I'm a realtor.
All right. So people want to know what happens next. You can move on. You can leave a voicemail. You could text. I've said this before. I don't usually recommend a voicemail. I personally think if you're a realtor that doesn't answer your phone, you deserve to lose business. And I don't mean that to get canceled or put any kind of like attention or target on my back, but your one job is to answer your phone and serve your clients. Also, if you're not licensed, just some context, realtors don't get paid until the transaction's done. So my personal belief is that I don't like to leave a voicemail on the first initial conversation. I would rather send a text. That might be something like, hey, Troy, my name is Ryan. Just wanted to reach out, introduce myself. I'm sure you get blown up by a bunch of people that are trying to find off-market opportunities. I'm actually a real person trying to find something in the next 30 days. Could you help me out? Find ways to put little like twists and turns inside the verbiage that might be a little bit different than if you were just, hey, my name is Ryan looking for off-market opportunities.
Yeah.
I see this time and time again, and it pisses me off with agent outreach. It doesn't work. Cool. It's called Brooke.
Okay.
Hello, this is Brooke.
Hey, Brooke. My name is Ryan. I was trying to find an agent that's located out in the Phoenix market.
Hi, Ryan. I am definitely located in the Phoenix market. How can I help you?
That's awesome. I'm out here as well. I'm just trying to find an agent that could like help me with purchasing a property. I had one in the past that I was working with, but unfortunately they just stepped out of the business this year, and I'm an investor. So I'm trying to find one, like an agent that could help me with purchasing some properties. I don't have one specific in mind at the moment, but I'm literally looking to buy something like in the next like 30, 45 days. I just didn't know what the best next step would be.
Well, do you have a buyer box? I work with several investors. Do you have everybody kind of, when I work with my investors, it's a little bit different on what they're looking for, right? So I have some who do this full time, some who, buy maybe 2 a year. So it kind of depends on what your process looks like.
Sure.
What's your holding situation right now? Do you have any properties right now?
Yeah, we've got a couple rentals. We just finished up our last flip out in Gilbert, and right now, I mean, to be honest with you, just with where the market's going, and I'm a little bit more like on the economic side. I just watched the CPI report come out today. It does not look great for rates and everything. So what I've really done over the last like year is kind of like gotten a little more narrowed in. I'm more of like a single family house kind of guy, but if I find like a condo or townhouse, I'm not opposed to it, as long as there's no like eminent domain situation where like one person, one person owns too much.
I'm only laughing because I practiced law for like a decade. I would never want you to get into that. For sure. Okay.
I made the mistake actually of doing this. I had a property out in Scottsdale, and it was beautiful. It was they were turning it into like a hotel, so they ended up condemning the property, and they gave me what was said to be fair market value, but I couldn't contest it, fight it, and the only thing I got out of it was no commissions, no closing costs. So it still sucked, but I've learned my lesson. Eminent domain and I are not friends.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
I totally hear that. Okay. Well, Ryan, what are you looking to do? Do you look for flips? Do you want to do long-term hold? Are you trying to like flip every 2 years? I guess what's your
so over the last like 3 years, haven't flipped like a lot, I guess, compared to most people. We've flipped about like 25, 30 homes, something like that. But they're primarily single family homes. I would like to buy this year. My goal that we put with our team was like 5. So if I could buy 5 flips this year, that'd be awesome. My goal, really, how I break down my numbers, is that whatever I could sell it for, if I could make like 10%. So if I can,
so that's your goal, is to buy to flip and then sell versus buy to rent.
Yep. And then, I mean, like, I would love to buy and hold as well. It's just where rates are. I would have to buy it substantially lower, and I don't want to waste your time or sellers' times with like these super low insulting offers.
Yeah, no, and I don't do that, to be totally honest. I would get you somebody that I trust that would do that. But I do have off-market options that I can keep you on my list and be kind of thinking through options. What do you want to send me over your here's what I would like from you. If you want to send me your email.
Yep.
I want you to tell me exactly what your purchase price criteria would be in terms of what is the price point that you want me to look for. Under 500, 750, a mil. And then do you guys have your proof of purchase?
Absolutely.
Do you have a hard money loan? And then I can send you my email, and then I'll have that sent over, and then I can start at least give you a couple of ideas once I know a little more about like where you're at.
Yeah,
and then we can go
definitely. And just for context too, we use Capital Fund One as like our primary hard money lender.
Okay. Perfect.
But then I also have some connections with some private lenders and stuff where if I can tap into their money, I will definitely do that. But usually everything we do is going to be treated as cash. There's no appraisals. There's no, even on some deals, I don't have an inspection period. I just put up non-refundable earnest money and jump in at the deal. So.
Okay. Do you only want off market, or if I know of something, for example, that's on market where they're, I actually know what their bottom line is and we could get it for significantly lower? Are you interested, or do you just want off market?
Do you think there are deals on the MLS?
Yeah, I mean, I just got somebody one for like 120 less than where they listed it.
120,000 off the list price?
Yeah, because sometimes keep in mind, like, the agent is not able to communicate, and there are some sellers who will say, you know, I want somebody to write an offer and like lowball me, and then we'll come to a solution. And like the listing agent doesn't do a good job of communicating. Like that is literally the worst strategy out there.
Mm-hmm.
You price it right, you will sell it, right? If you price it even low, usually you can get
multiple
higher.
offers, right?
Correct. But a lot of people don't understand that. And so there are times where I'll come across where something's been sitting for quite some time. And so I'll call the agent and be like, literally, what's their bottom line?
Mm-hmm.
And I'll see if I can get an offer. And then we can go from there. So
cool.
I'm guessing, but that's usually, you know, not usually with flips, right? Like, so, you know, let me know what you think is like your price point.
Yep.
And then I'm happy to kind of take a peek, and I'll take a stab at sending some over, and then you just give me your feedback, and then we can kind of keep honing in on the search.
Sounds perfect to me. I'll send you over all that information as soon as we get off the phone. And then if there's anything that you need from me, just let me know.
Okay, cool.
Awesome.
Thanks,
Thanks,
all right. I appreciate it.
Appreciate
okay,
Thanks. Bye. That was awesome. That was, yeah.
Class is over. So
I know. I feel like every single time though, like the first, I don't even count Troy as the first call because he didn't answer. Brooke was to me like the first call. And this happens so often where the first, second call, it's like we could end the show right there. That's how it's done.
Yeah. And to make this educational purposes, I asked her if there's deals on the MLS, and she said she got one that was 120,000 under the list price for one of her clients. I don't know what to tell you guys. Last month, we submitted over 400 offers on the MLS. We got 4 deals done. 3 out of the 4 were over 100K under list price. So I hate to say like the lowball method works too. She just also has the understanding of what it takes in time for her to go and submit lowball offers. But what did she say as an amazing agent? Well, I don't think that you need to just go and submit lowball offers, but if that's what you want to do, I'm not your person. I will refer you to somebody I trust.
She's like, but I have a person that does that. So
because the right realtors always have answers and solutions to others' problems. Now, with that said, there's one thing that I'm going to try not to get canceled, but I just want to put it out there. I said this the other day inside one of our coaching calls, and it stuck. A lot of people would classify this as like a unicorn. This is your best of the best, unbelievable agent. I'm tired of hearing unicorn agent. Okay. Like we do not have VIP unicorns. Like you're hunting for something that is unimaginable, something that is mythical. Why don't we try to change the narrative instead of looking for unicorn agents to become a unicorn investor? I don't believe that unicorn agents are really a thing anyway. I think that if you want to get technical, agents like Brooke, she is cool, but she has not proven anything yet. So while she hasn't proven anything, there's no reason to classify her as more valuable than somebody else other than the fact that we had a good conversation. So I base it solely off of results, and we have a tier system that breaks down who I need to contact next, who is worth contacting more than the other, so on and so forth. Now, all that said, I base it off of a tier 5, a VIP in my eyes. That's what I label it as. Again, the reason being is that I'm not the best at creative finance. I'm not the best fix and flipper. I'm not the best buy and hold investor, but I know people that are. And I also know that I could fix and flip with a JV partner if I need to. I also know I could JV a buy and hold with a partner if I need to. I was talking to someone, another person inside Agent Investors. This was a few days ago. And they were talking to me about how they couldn't buy and hold or fix and flip. And they just felt like they had to wholesale because they didn't have any money. I don't know if this is just like not common knowledge or something, but the hardest part of being an investor is to find a deal. So if you bring that deal to the table, do you think a fix and flipper would cut you in as a partner on the deal and you assign the deal at cost? So you're not making any wholesale assignment fees, but you are now learning how to flip by somebody that the hardest part of their job is to find a flip. You bring it to them, even if you get paid 10%, 20%, whatever it is. A lot of people jump right in at wanting 50. But if you're able to buy a rental or buy a flip without any of your own money, and you get to learn in the process and make money while learning, you have an ego problem if you are not understanding that this is one of the best ways to learn. You don't need 50%. If you want 50%, just wholesale the deal and move on to the next.
100%.
So right now, everyone watching this, everyone watching the replay, I challenge you not to look for unicorn agents. I challenge you to become a unicorn investor. That's the difference.
Love it. And set yourself out, from the rest instead of doing
Absolutely.
what everybody else is doing, and, getting on these calls instead of sending out mass messages, like you said earlier, these agents do.
With this question, I just want to reference it really quick. Those 400 offers were all residential purchase contract offers. So, all right. Well, I don't know how I'm going to top that one, but we're going to try.
Yeah, we'll see. That was a good one.
Hi, this is Ken.
Hey, Ken. My name is Ryan Zolin. I'm calling trying to find an agent that's located in Arizona.
How can I help you?
I'm just looking to buy a property. I don't want to waste anybody's time or anything. I'm trying to find one that I could flip. I'm not your typical guy that's just trying to spam anybody. I'm just trying to find an agent that could help me with that.
I don't currently have any flip or fixer listings.
I got you. Okay. Do you know anybody that might, or is there a process that you would recommend that I should do to try to find one?
I would be very candid with you. I get like 20 of these phone calls a week. All of my listings and my brokerage listings go into the MLS. We sell nothing off market.
Okay.
So there's never going to be a time that I have something available that's not available in public viewing in the MLS.
For sure. And I guess I don't really have a problem with that. I mean, I'm just looking for a flip. So if it was on the MLS, I'm not opposed to it. I just don't know if you would have something that might fit the criteria of a fix and flipper.
I currently do not know.
Gotcha. All right. Well, no worries. What I'll do is I'll just save your number if that's cool with you. And then I don't want to like spam you or anything, but like maybe I could just follow up in a couple of months, or if you come across something, you could just text it over to me.
Okay. Thank you. Sounds good.
Thanks. It's fine. It's all good. It's whatever. Dude doesn't want to make money with me. It's fine.
Yeah. I mean,
It happens.
Brooke's got the off-market listings.
Well, and she also knows how to find them on market.
Yeah.
Look at this. This agent literally pops up as a registered name in my phone book. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So she's with HomeSmart. I probably did a deal with her at some point.
Hey, thanks for calling Neighbors Christy Ellis with Team 3 Street at Locality Real Estate.
I'm going to leave a voicemail just because I have her number saved. I usually don't recommend it, like I just mentioned, but hey, Christy, it's Ryan. I was just giving you a shout. I have your number saved in my phone as a realtor in Arizona. Just wanted to reach out and see if you had something that I might be able to purchase as a fix and flip, or if you knew of where I could go to find one. We're ready to purchase our next property. Give me a shout back when you get a chance. This is my cell. Thanks. I don't know. I mean, she already had my digits. So like, I got to just shoot the shot, you know?
Like if Brian called me, she's going to be like,
she's like, what does this kid want? No, I you know what's going to end up happening? That's like a deal I ended up canceling on or some shit. And it's
I know. I was about to say, are you sure you want to leave a message? Like it's somebody that's like this guy.
I'm a Bears fan, a Bulls fan. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
That's
Wayne
right.
Gretzky type thing. You know, I mean, we got the next Wayne Gretzky with Connor Bedard. It's all good. It's all good. Talking sports. No, let's move on to the next. This one, Alex Smith, like the quarterback.
Mm.
Hello, you have reached Alex.
He just sent me a text. Can I call you back? Sure thing. And also, too, and this is one of my favorite notes to tell people. A lot of people like to use CRMs. Okay. We mentioned at the beginning, the best one's the one you're going to use. I personally have no beef against CRMs. I have a CRM. All my offers that I do are inside of a spreadsheet. Why? Because this is more valuable than a cell phone or a work phone that is not going to have a blue bubble. I know this sounds crazy, but a lot of times people don't realize the value that if you're able to text back an agent that has an iPhone and you also have a blue message, it's not green, it's a little bit better of an advantage. Is it worth buying an iPhone if you have an Android? No, but get a first deal and then join the cool side. Cool. On to the next. And I say that not out of context. Alex has an iPhone. Not just randomly talking about.
Oh my gosh.
one of those days.
Jim.
Hey, Jim. My name's Ryan. I was trying to find an agent that's located out in Phoenix.
Yep, speaking.
Cool. I'm trying to find a fix and flip property. I'm sure you get blown up with a bunch of texts, which is why I'm trying to call and separate myself from a lot of the wholesalers out there. I'm trying to find a realtor that could help me. I had one in the past that was working with us, but unfortunately they stepped away from the industry. And so now I'm just trying to find a realtor that I could rely on that can help me with some paperwork, finding some properties, listing properties, all that fun stuff.
Sure. If they come across, I assume you want fix and flips that come down my pipeline as well.
I mean, I would love that, but also too, I mean, if you found something like on the MLS today, I guess it might be better if I just tell you like time frame. We're trying to beat tax season. I know that that's pretty crazy because we're about a month away, but if I could buy something in the next like 30, 45 days, that would be ideal. I don't need to like flip it in 45 days, just buying and acquiring. And then from there, our flips usually take, I don't know, 6-8 weeks.
Sure.
Cool.
Have you looked on MLS to see anything? Where are you located?
I'm actually based in Arizona as well. I'm out in Gilbert in the East Valley. But I'm trying to find an agent that could help me that works primarily Phoenix and then like Central Valley. East Valley is not bad. And I would definitely like kill to find a deal out here. It's just, it's a little bit higher price points and tighter margins. And so if I could find something in Phoenix, Scottsdale, Tempe, Mesa, anywhere in the like outer skirts of the East Valley, I think that's probably a little bit more likely that will not waste anybody's time.
Gotcha. Yeah, sure. I mean, if I see anything, I'll definitely let you know. We both know pretty well, though, once it hits MLS.
Oh, yeah,
there's not
believe
a lot
me.
of meat on the bone.
And it gets bid up and everything too. So, I mean, that's in a perfect world. If you had something off market, great. The last realtor we worked with, he actually had a pretty good wholesaler connection. And so I think he was taking a lot of the deals from wholesalers, sending it over to me. And I don't really care who makes what on the deal as long as the numbers work for us.
Gotcha.
So,
okay. Well, if I see anything, I'll let you know. If I get anything, I'll let you know.
Okay. What would be the next like best step? Do you want me to
keep you in mind.
like save your number and follow up, or do you want to follow up with me? What would you recommend from here?
Just shoot me an email, and then I'll keep your information, and I will reach out if anything comes up.
Cool. Well, I appreciate that. Thank you so much, and I'll talk to you soon.
Absolutely. Thank you, my friend.
Don't call me your friend, Jim. We haven't done a deal yet. What the hell?
I'm your friend.
I'm not your friend. I'm your acquaintance right now. I just talked to you for the first time and you didn't even want to. Brooke is my friend. Like, dude's crazy.
Let's
Okay.
see. That was.
Let me know in the comments. Would you guys be friends with Jim? Because
I was about to say, I haven't heard somebody say that in so long. I liked it.
my friend.
I'll see you later, my friend.
All right.
He's like, that's very nice.
Thanks, my dude.
Yeah, there you go. Let's end your next call like that.
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail.
I just had like a British Siri. All right, Veronica, you missed out. I'm calling not Nathan, but Nate. That's fine. Press 1. At his current location. Yeah, I want to catch him in his current location. Ryan.
Nice.
Please wait while I connect you. I'm sorry, Natan was unable to take your...
Man. It's okay.
Was that Nathan?
Natan.
Natan. I see.
Natan.
Wait, did you try calling Veronica? Did it go to voicemail?
Voicemail. That was the British Siri.
Oh, I see.
All right, as I'm calling this next one, if you guys have comments, please put them in. Let us know what you're working on, what you guys need help with. If there's any questions I could answer for you. Calling Monica. What'd you say the bottom number was? Is that the brokerage?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the office number.
Well, you're gonna need a new list here in a minute.
Yeah, flying
What
through
color?
this one.
Man, I'm telling you, I'm ruthless with agents. Like I just smile and dial, baby.
Haven't heard that one before. I like it. Smile and dial. Yeah.
On to the next. I'm on to the third to last one. I'm at Carol.
Okay, I'm gonna grab you some more.
This is Carol.
Hey, Carol. My name is Ryan. I'm trying to find an agent located out in Phoenix.
For what and what's the agent's name?
No, I just need help with purchasing a property. So I was hoping to find an agent that's licensed, and then I'm not sure if you were. I got your number online, and so I just figured I'd give you a shout.
No, I definitely am, but I only handle listings. I can refer you to somebody, and in just 1 minute, I'll give you that information.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
He's a homie agent, and so he will be good.
Cool.
Hold on a second.
I'm getting the digits. Don't worry. I'm getting it. We're gonna be fine.
Okay, so you're looking at
Thank you.
All right.
Yeah, thank
Thank
you. I
you.
appreciate it. So she said she only works with listings, and I was like, well, no. And I'm just kidding. She's like, I could refer you to somebody, and I was like, okay. She said he's with Homie, which I'm gonna keep my opinions, but it's okay. 1 second. We're gonna call a referral.
Okay. And Kendra, so far Ryan's called 13.
No, I'm not leaving you a message, bro. Send you a text. Hey, Jesse, got your number from Carol. She recommended I give you a call for help with purchasing a property. So just to recap of what that text says, hey, Jesse, got your number from Carol. She recommended I give you a call with for help with purchasing a property. Trying to find one to buy. Kendra, how many have I called?
13.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, we're on 14 right now with Michael. Also, too, what have we had? 3 conversations out of 13.
Mm-hmm. And not even probably
I
20
haven't been
minutes.
cussed out. I haven't been told to stick it anywhere. So if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hello, this is Mike.
Hey, Mike. My name is Ryan. I was calling trying to find an agent located out in Phoenix.
You know what? I work for a new home builder. I'm gonna get this coffee. Hold on a second.
Yeah, you got it. No worries.
Hello, this is Mike.
He tried answering the other one. When people do that, I'm gonna hang up. I'm gonna let him call me back. He'll get back to me in just a minute. But you guys heard what he said. He's got a new home builder that's calling him. So either he's a developer, he's got a new build under contract, maybe he is selling the land. We don't know. There's a lot to unpack, but I'll be respectful. I'll let him be for a minute. Absolutely. What questions? We got 30 people in here. We got about 20 minutes left. Let's get some questions answered, and I'll keep smiling and dialing.
Yeah, and once again, let us know if you guys are currently, using agent outreach, or if you're creating connections with agents right now, or you're still thinking about getting in it, or maybe you're focusing on direct to seller right now. It'd be kind of good to see who's in here if you guys are curious about it or already doing it.
When available. I'm just texting Michael, and I said, sorry to call at a bad time. Let me know when you're available to chat.
Brandon says, ask him if he's buying infill lots and send me the contract when he says yes.
All right, Brandon, I got you, bro. Actually, accidentally clicked on the top of our messages, so it brought me all the way up.
Oh, yeah.
I have an opportunity to do the funniest thing possible right now. This agent's name is Ernest. I'm gonna try. I'm a dog dad, so my dad jokes are not fully developed. But I'm really tempted to drop an earnest money deposit joke.
Oh my
an
gosh.
agent named Ernest.
Because you could just feel the vibe of the call.
Thank you for calling West USA Realty. This call may be recorded for quality.
The world works out how it's
You will
supposed
now
to.
be transferred to the first available attendant.
Cool.
Good afternoon. This is Kristen.
Hey, Kristen. My name is Ryan. I'm calling. I thought I called an agent's cell number, but I think it directed me back to the main number. I was hoping just to find an agent that could help me with purchasing a property.
Is it a specific property that you had in mind?
No, just kind of starting the process. I'm more on the investment side, trying to find someone that could help with like fixing and flipping or possibly buying some rentals.
Okay, I can take down your information and have an agent reach out to you.
Okay. I mean, I guess that works.
Looking to buy in?
I mean, I would love the East Valley. If not East Valley, Central's fine. Because I'm buying it more as like an investment, I figured I would call a realtor first to see if they could help me with making sure I'm making the right decisions. And then also too, obviously they could help with listing properties down the road and all that fun stuff.
All right, perfect. I have your information here, Ryan, and I'll have an agent reach out to you shortly.
Awesome. If you could just make sure whoever it is, that they're like a little bit more on the investment side than on the traditional side. I've worked with a couple of the realtors in the past that had teams and stuff, and they kind of just kicked me to the curb.
I can definitely notate that in here for you.
Cool. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you.
Of course. Have a great day.
You too. So what did I do there? I made sure to make a note that I get kicked to the curb by team leads and by people that are more traditional focused, which is not meant to be a lie. It's just meant to be, hey, I want standards. So if you're going to refer me to somebody, typically I would say no. And I would just say, it's all good. Can you just transfer me to somebody like I have in the past? But since today I was trying to give different angles and different perspectives, the point being there really is no rules here. I wanted to show you guys that this is how you set expectations. They took my name, number, email, all that fun stuff. And then at the end, I just said, do not put me with a traditional agent.
Yeah. Keep to have that in mind with who they
Cool.
refer you to.
S says, doing agent outreach on batch. I have the filter set to one or more listings in the past 6 months, 250 to 500,000 price range, and it's over 2,800 agents I could call. Congrats, you don't have a lead issue. Kevin says, I just started calling agents. Goal is to get one conversation a day to add agents to my list. It's a great starting point. Kevin, I will challenge you just a little bit, just the coaching side to me. I would encourage you just to keep in mind that most people's KPIs are 25 to 50 conversations a day. So starting with one is a fantastic point just to get in the rhythm, the groove of things. But then as a certain point comes, you're going to have to step it up. Arama said, when you send offers, you send them as a letter of intent? Absolutely not. We are only doing residential purchase contract agreements and or verbal offers right now. Letters of intent aren't bad, but it's if I cannot get in contact with the agent, it's if I can't get any information from the seller, and I'm just going to throw something out there. With that said, what I found is that the letters of intent, I don't want to say that game is gone. It's just not as easy as it used to be. Right now, we are massively submitting purchase contract offers instead of letters of intent. Patricia, what's up, Diamond People? I've got a property under contract, a signed earnest money deposit, closing next week. Let's go. This is exactly what we're talking about. Most importantly, this came from Agent Outreach. Patricia is one of our members and agent investors. She's an incredible person. Patricia, shout out to you. How much money you make? Were you going to dinner? Were you partying? Like, were you coming to the mastermind? Amazing job. You did it. I'm really happy for you.
Awesome.
Cool. Alrighty. I'm calling Susan.
Ooh, 9K. Love that.
Let's go. So I'm talking about Patricia. To fill it out, yes. To sign it, no. Susan, I'm going to call Susan's brokerage.
Okay.
By the way, both numbers here are on batch.
Yeah. Just do your filters and you'll have all the info.
Andrew, does it cost money to skip trace the agent's numbers?
No, not even.
So all I need to do is pay for batch and then I could get it all?
Yeah. So easy to do the same.
This is literally what my team does. I pull lists for my acquisition guys when they run out of MLS listings to submit offers on. And hi, I tried calling. I think it was Susan. I think it just redirected me to the office line. I was wondering if you guys had like an agent that works with investors.
So which Susan are you trying to reach? Because there's like quite a few.
Yeah, I should have specified. My bad. It is Susan. With investors, or is she more like on the traditional side? Do you know?
Yeah, I believe she's just a regular agent. But if you'd like, I can give you her email address.
That's okay. Do you happen to have anybody in the office that primarily specializes on the investment side?
I'm not in this office. No, this is property management.
Definitely not then. Okay. Well, I was calling the agents to try to find a deal. With property management, do you guys ever like sell off any of the properties?
No. No, we just take care of the properties and for the landlord.
That makes sense. Okay. Well, I really appreciate your time. Thank you. And I will just keep going.
Okay. Have a great day.
Thanks. Bye.
And Greg, your question, yeah, and some of the plans, even though you don't need to skip trace the agents to get their info, if you guys are looking at like direct to seller, looking at getting property owners contact info, we did recently bring in free monthly skip traces up to a certain point. So yeah, pretty awesome. Plus then we lowered the skip tracing cost from like 14 to 9 cents. So
I love it.
Pretty awesome.
Patricia, you're such a badass, dude. Like,
I love it.
Keep doing it. Be a light at the end of the tunnel for everybody. And also, if you're trying to collaborate with Patricia, now would be a great time to put in the comments what market you're in. So if people are trying to do deals with you, they can. And then also, as I was calling, I had this up, $99 a month. It doesn't get any better than that. Batch is literally one of the best tools and resources that we have on our tool belt. So Steven, no. Yes and no. Depends on what you're doing, but no. Right now, I would recommend getting your real estate license and utilizing your MLS, and then also batch so you can pull agent information and rock and roll. It's all dependent on what your strategy is. What we do within agent outreach is definitely a slower burn, but I'm looking for long-term win-win relationships. So as I'm building these conversations with agents, all it's doing long-term is giving me opportunity to get better deals down the road, ideally off market. For context, there was one deal that I was working on last year. Wish it was sooner because it would be a cooler story, and I'd have more money. But I had a deal I was working closed last year, Q1. It took me like 10, 11 months to get the deal closed of following up nonstop consistently with the agents. And finally, it got something. It ended up being like a $100,000 assignment fee. It was like 113,000 or some shit. Double closed, obviously. This is Ryan.
Hey, how are you?
I'm good. How are you, Mike?
Good. Return your call.
Yeah, no worries. I think you said you were a new build developer, new build client, something.
Yeah, exactly. I work for a builder.
Got you.
I don't do general. Are you looking to relocate to Phoenix?
I'm actually looking to buy like an investment property. I've got a couple rentals in the area. More than happy to send over any information you need and stuff. And then I also flip, but I'm trying to get a little bit creative. I had a realtor in the past that we were working with that unfortunately just stepped out of the industry. And so now I'm kind of going around introducing myself to realtors, seeing if I could find one that we vibe with, that could possibly list some properties for us that we flip. And then also in a perfect world, help us find some flips as well.
Yeah, that's good. But I'm bound to a builder contract right now. So my business has to be centered around the new home activity.
That makes sense. Are you guys buying infill lots and stuff, or are you guys just like helping people like build them itself? Like what exactly does that look like?
No, they buy tracts for the most part.
Okay. That makes sense.
We have a guy that buys land as part of the group.
Got you. Okay. Yeah. The reason I ask is I'm trying to see if there's any way possible we could help each other out. And I've got a couple people in our network that specialize in like land acquisitions and helping people buy and sell stuff. So
yeah, no, I appreciate the effort. If there was any way I saw that we could get together on something, I'd let you know. But
yeah, no worries.
Yeah, we're selling out a condo community that I'm at. I'm not even sure of my next project, so there's sort of a lot in limbo with what I'm doing.
Cool. Yeah, no worries, man. Well, I completely understand and I appreciate your time. If you find someone or you come across something where maybe conversation just pops up about investment stuff, feel free to just send over my number.
All right, sounds
cool.
Good. I appreciate that.
Thanks.
Have a nice one.
You too. This person, Jesse, I tried calling earlier that did not answer. I texted. Perfect example. Hey, Jesse, got your number from Carol. She recommended I give you a call for help with purchasing a property, trying to find one to buy. This was the referral from the person that said the agent works for Homie. He sent me right to voicemail. I tried double dialing, sent me to voicemail twice, sent him a text. He sends back a message. Hi there. I'd be happy to help. Do you have a quick moment to chat so I could find out more what you're looking for?
You're like,
yes,
I did.
Jesse, I tried calling you twice. That's what I'm saying. Some realtors are just.
Oh, I thought you were saying that's what you said. I was like,
no, he said to me, can I like, do you have a quick moment to chat? And I'm like, bro, like literally.
I thought you said you texted back like, yeah, that's why I called you.
Oh, no. Yeah, dumbass. No, just kidding. No.
Oh my gosh. Are you calling him back right now? Okay.
Hello, this is Jesse.
Hey, Jesse. It's Ryan. I think we were just texting back and forth.
Oh, hey, Ryan. How are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
Hey, I'm good. Thank you for asking.
Awesome.
So you were in the market to purchase, huh?
Yeah, I'm honestly, I'm looking for more like on the investment side. When I called Carol, she told me she only does on the listing side. And I told her I don't want to waste anybody's time or anything like that. And she recommended you on the buy side that said that you're the best of the best.
Yeah, definitely. Well, I'm glad she thinks so highly of me, and I'd be happy to help. What's your buy box looking like?
You know, honestly, I'm starting to like become a little bit more open-minded. I used to only flip like single family homes, but now with just where the market's at and rates and how tight things are, I'm looking at condos and townhouses as well. I'm based in Gilbert. We flipped a bunch of houses in the past, and we had a realtor that we were working with, and Unfortunately, they stepped away from the industry. And so now I'm just calling around, introducing myself, trying to find a realtor that could help me with finding properties, listing properties, advising, all that fun stuff.
Heck yeah. Yeah, I'd definitely be happy to help. And then what does your guys' funding look like? Are you guys cash buyers, hard money?
Yep.
A little bit of both?
Definitely both. I love using other people's money if I can. I've got a few private investors and stuff, but primarily we use Capital Fund One.
Got it. Okay. What about like any like creative finance, that type of stuff?
Probably talking to the wrong guy on that one.
Okay. Yeah, no worries. Just curious. I do get a handful of investor calls. A lot of times on my listings they're looking for like the seller finance.
Yeah, 0% down, 0% interest. I mean, dude, I would love that, but I just don't, again, want to waste anybody's time. And I know what that game looks like. I'm looking for fix and flips. And then if the deal was sweet enough, I would love to keep it as a rental if it could cash flow. But again, just where rates are and everything, I'm probably looking more like a fix and flip.
That makes sense. And then are you trying to find properties primarily East Valley, or what part of the valley?
Yeah, East Valley is like, I would do some illegal activities for some properties in the East Valley for sure.
Sure.
But realistically too, I mean, I'm also open-minded that if I found something Phoenix, Scottsdale, Tempe, I mean, Paradise Valley is probably a little bit far for me. Nothing West Valley or too far north, but anything within like the Valley of Phoenix, East Valley specific would be awesome.
Okay, perfect. So I'm currently on the West Valley. I mean, I service all over.
Cool.
And then are you guys? Obviously, you guys probably want to focus on. Are you looking primarily for off-market properties?
You know, honestly, I'm pretty open-minded. I guess just kind of curious. Like, first thing of advice here from you is: do you think that there's opportunity on the MLS?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, there can be from time to time. Obviously, as I'm sure you're aware, it just depends on the unique seller situation. You know, if they're a distressed seller and they're going through a divorce or a disease or a death or something like that, sometimes they're a little more eager to sell, a little more motivated to sell for sure. So there's definitely some opportunities on the MLS. But,
yeah, and honestly, I'm pretty easygoing. I'm hoping honestly to be the easiest buyer that you've worked with. In the past, where I was working with that other agent, I can't tell you how many deals we've done. If I had to ballpark it over the last couple of years, it was probably close to 30. We're really looking to ramp things up this year, just kind of monitoring the market and seeing what's going on, obviously with the election and all that stuff. But we're really looking at least 5 minimum this year.
If you had to say, what was her best method of finding these properties?
She had a few wholesalers and stuff that she was working with, I think. I mean, she kept saying that they were like friends or partners or something. And yeah, I mean, so I have to assume it was wholesalers, off market, wherever it came from. I didn't really care as long as the numbers made sense for me. I hope everybody can make as much as possible.
Yeah, definitely. Okay. Cool. And then are you guys limited to, I mean, since you're open to condos and townhouses, it doesn't sound like you're looking for non-HOAs. Most of those are going to have some sort of HOA.
I'm not opposed to non-HOAs. My biggest thing is just really wanting to know what I'm buying. So like if it's no HOA, I want to make sure the location will justify a lot of, not offers, but showings. I mean, offers would be awesome, but location is always what I'm looking at.
Absolutely. Yeah, that makes sense. That definitely makes sense. Okay. Hey, I'm so sorry, my friend. I gotta jump on this other call real quick.
Dude, no worries at all. I got another meeting in 7 minutes. So what I'll do is I'll send you over a text. And then if there's anything you need from me, let me know. My whole goal would be to purchase something in the next like 30, 45 days.
Okay. Fantastic, my friend. We'll definitely be in touch and I'll follow up with you soon.
Thanks. What is up with my friend?
I don't know, but I like it. I think I want to start saying it. I'll see you later, my friend.
Yeah, like
it.
Alrighty.
Hey, I don't know. This one, I feel like Jesse could be a potential friend.
Jesse's a homie. No,
yeah.
This is brokerage.
No, that was a good call.
Yeah, no, he's definitely cool. He's got the vibe for sure. He even is just a real person. And if you guys are noticing, one of the things I'm saying in conversation is that I had a realtor, but unfortunately they're not in the industry anymore.
Yeah. Is that?
It's a game. Okay. Now with that said, there's 2 parts to this. Number 1, it's strategy/game. 2, it is honesty. Okay. Because my database is 22,000 realtors. So at times realtors are not in my database anymore. They make their way out. So unfortunately, there are times realtors are no longer working with me. So with that said, what I'm telling him is true. It's just, slight bit.
It's not as personal as it sounds, but it's still true.
And
You
also,
know what I really liked about what Jesse said, though? He was like, "Oh, well, what was she doing? Like you know, the agent you were working with, like, what were they doing?" So that's what made me feel like he was actually invested. Like he wants to be that top agent to work with you. That's how it felt to me when he asked that.
100%. And then also too, Kendra said exactly what I think you're referring to. He was asking great questions.
Yeah.
This is a guy that I will definitely work with. I classify them again in tiers. I see this comment right here. Based on which tier they're in is going to determine how often I follow up. Can't give away all my secrets for free, but what I can tell you is that tier 5s are weekly, meaning I've done multiple deals with these people. Tier 1, like a lot of the people I talked to today that are just licensed realtors, I will get to you when I get to you. You are once every 2 months, maybe even 3, depending on the conversation. The ones that did not give me good results, good answers, 3 months. The ones that gave me good answers, a month and a half, 2 months.
It's good to know.
Greg, yes, I agree. My friend is better than buddy. I actually would even abbreviate that. I hate getting called bud. I think bud is just like
it's a universal. Like,
it's
why are you
such a
calling me
weird one. I'm like, this is like 2024. Like, don't do that.
You're like, just call me your friend.
I'm assuming he means Ryan. What's up, Steven? I'm a licensed in Florida. I have MLS access. Could I still use the agent in order to keep them dialed in? Yes. Dude, I'm a licensed agent in Arizona. Notice how I'm also not going into these conversations saying, my name is Ryan Zolin. I'm with Real Broker. I'm calling, trying to find an agent located in, like, fuck off. Come on. Like, no, you're going to be like, hey, my name is Ryan. I'm trying to find an agent. I don't know. How would a buyer sound to a realtor? That's what you have to do. It's also why I partially love this strategy. The dumber they think I am, the better the situation is. When they think I'm savvy, they think I'm smart, they think I'm intelligent for that matter. I'm playing a dangerous game because those are the kind of people that if they start picking up on some of the stuff, like they're going to be like, well, why wouldn't I just do this? Or why wouldn't this happen? Or why wouldn't that happen? And a lot of times the things that we do, they're not unethical. It's just straight up business. If they knew what some of the things were that we might be doing, like wholesaling, there might be non-refundable earnest money. There might be no inspection period or a shortened one. There might be more hoops to jump through than if I were to just label myself as an investor. So it's 2024. If you guys are not doing this yet, stop calling yourselves wholesalers and start calling yourself real estate investors. That's what this is all about. And at the end of the day, it takes time, like everything. But if you can understand the differences between agent outreach and MLS, agent outreach is a slower burn, but better for long-term win-win relationships. MLS is better for a deal like today. By the way, if you're looking at how to find deals on the MLS, Batch does that too. So that's one of the cool things about this software is that it's all in one, from even the place I don't talk about often, direct to seller. Direct to seller is over there in its dark little corner. And then we've got the rainbows and butterflies of agent outreach and MLS. So that's what I love using Batch for. And I think that if you're a licensed agent, you've got more to gain than you do to lose. You have more ability to make money off of commissions than an investor does that's not licensed. And then sometimes once they find out you're licensed, they might actually even think that you're a higher level standard. First initial conversation, first impression, and to get the willingness does not mean I jump in saying I'm a realtor.
Yeah.
The conversation as things evolve through maybe a deal and me disclosing that I'm a realtor is then how it
as you're building that trust, and the relationship.
And then it opens up.
Yeah. A lot of situational awareness, like you always talk about in here. It's going with the flow and mirroring the agent on the other side, kind of just where they're at and letting them kind of guide if you can.
100%. We've got about a minute here, so I just want to end it with you guys knowing where to go to get the same information. batchleads.io/Zolin. Check this out. You guys can have a free, is it 7-day trial, Landry? 7-day trial. You have 1,000 free skip trace records. There is literally no excuse. What I just did today, I want to tell you guys, it was so special. It was amazing, secret sauces and all these really cool things that I did. But unfortunately, it was just me being me. It was me having conversations, me being honest, me just trying to build a win-win relationship. And out of that, I wrote down Brooke, Jim, and Jesse as 3 potential people that I could work with. So 3 people out of 15, 16 calls. I just did 16 calls in less than an hour for you guys. You can very well go and do this too.
Yep, absolutely. Oh, and by the way, just FYI, guys, it's only in certain plans that you get the 1,000. Just want to make sure, because people are always like, I saw a video you said. So
for sure. And also too, I don't think I've added this yet, but if you guys are not checking this out.
Oh yeah.
We launched School. School's amazing. school.com/real estate investing. On Tuesdays, actually following this, like literally right now, I'm about to be live over there for another 30-45 minutes, breaking down some things that I can't do in YouTube for everybody here. So with that said, if you guys are interested in also being a part of the biggest real estate investing school out there, school.com/real estate investing is my community. Would love to see you guys in there. Landry's in there. We're all hanging out, having a good time. And I hope to see you guys inside the next call too.
Awesome. Thanks, guys.
Appreciate you guys.